Hey fellow content creators, your boy Kagiso M is back with another video. Yeah, it's been a couple of days, probably over a week if not two. I've been having a flu, so it was difficult to produce this video, so that's why I actually have some medicine here. So I'm recovering. It's just my voice is not that lager. So anyway, in front of me I have the Trinity, and this has nothing to do with religion or anything. This is the Canon Trinity. These are the adapters from your R system or RF system to your EF lenses. So let's see which one is for you, which one should you buy. Is one enough or do you need more of this? So let's go into detail what each does and see if you actually need any of this. Do you need one of them or do you need all three of them? And luckily I have three of them. Let's see. Let's start with this one, which is, I don't know, should I call it your normal adapter? It's written here Canon mount adapter EF-EOS R. So this is your just straight adapter, and this actually has electronic contacts. So it's not, you know, those adapters with manual focus and all that. So this you actually speaks to make sure that the lens and the camera body speaks to each other. It makes sure of the accurate focus, and personally I never had an issue with it. So when Canon was introducing the RF system, it actually made this, so it's their proprietary, and it actually works. I never had any glitches and all that. So if you actually look in here, there is no glass in between, so it's just straightforward and no issues. And this is the cheaper of the three. And even I remember before I moved to the to Canon system, particularly specifically the RF system, Canon used to sell this with their RF bodies. So I see now I don't see a lot of that, so you might have to buy this separately. So this is straightforward, no issues, RF mount to EF lens, and it works. And again, this is the cheaper of the three. Just wanna close this stuff. You don't really want dust or anything flying into this, because it will easily fly into your camera or into your lens. So I'll put this or I'll just put it here. So now the second one is something quite different. It also makes sure that your RF body communicates with your EF lens. So it's also RF body to EF lenses. So you don't have to buy RF lenses if you actually have a lot of EF lenses, even though RF lenses have their own advantages. But for now, if you have this while you're raising money, this is enough. So sorry, this is actually called let me just call it the way it's written here. It's called DropIn Filter Mount Adapter EF to EOS R. So I just call this a drop-in filter, and the reason this is called a drop-in filter, I'm just going to put it there. You can actually see there is a light difference if you actually look there and next to that. So this is because you can actually put a drop-in filter here, and at the moment I have put a CPL filter, and can just remove the CPL filter. I'm just going to put something else that I should have put in the first place. So I'm going to just put it where there's light. You can see it's darker, and as I actually rotate this, it's becoming more dark and then light. So this is your drop-in variable density filter or variable neutral density filter. It's a VND. So now that means you do not have to have hundreds of filters to put on your 100 different lens sizes. So you just have to have one drop-in VND, variable neutral density filter, when you do your filming outside, of course. But also photographers do use ND filters, so probably this can help. I haven't really used VNDs as a photographer. Probably I think once. I didn't really like it on the photography side, but on the filming side, definitely if you want to shoot f1.4, 1.8, f2 outside and it's very, very sunny and bright, you need something like this, which is your VND. So this is quite nice, and this is the second most expensive. This was the cheapest, this is the second most expensive. Now there's just one thing that was bothering me a couple of weeks back, was that if you are inside, you definitely want to take out your VND, because even when you turn it, even when you turn your VND, it doesn't get to a point where it's 100% light transmissible, if that's the correct term. So if you take it out and you are indoors, now you have this hole on the side, which is that one, and foreign material can go in here, dust will go in here. So what I had to do was to just buy a separate, or get a separate filter, and this is a clear filter. This also still has a glass. This has a glass, but as you can see, the glass is very, very clear if you compare it to the VND at its lowest settings. So this is just to make sure that you don't have foreign material here. So I'm not sure if this glass is actually even necessary, unless maybe it's coated and it maybe reduces glare or things like that. But the cap to close here, it's actually very important. So that is that. This is a drop-in filter, so it will help you with filters. You don't have to buy different filters like before. That is the only difference between this filter and this. If there is any other difference that I don't know about, please comment below and let me know. And now we are on the third one. This is quite unique, quite different, and this is a speed booster. What Canon calls it is mount adapter EF-EOS R 0.71 times. So this is your speed booster. So what it does, it actually goes onto your RF crop sensor body, and on this side you can put your EF lens, and particularly your full frame lens. And the reason I'm specifying full frame lens is because what happens is, while the other side is for the crop sensor RF body, it actually increases your field of view to very close field of view of a full frame body. This is your C70, which is a crop sensor, and I don't think as this time I'm doing this video, I don't think there is any other crop sensor RF mount body on Canon. I think it's only the C70, and there is another one, I just forgot the name. It's actually also a cinema camera. It also uses the RF mount, so you can use that on that, and also crop sensor. Then on this side you put your full frame EF lenses. So not only will you get a field of view that is very close to your full frame field of view, but you will also going to gain an extra light. So by that I mean, if you have an f2.8 lens, at your lowest setting, your lens will actually behave like an f2 lens. So you will also see it on the settings. On the camera screen, it actually shows f2 instead of f2.8. So that is that. That's what this does. For people who have been using micro four third lenses, macro four third system like your GH4, GH5, they actually knows a lot about this stuff, the speed boosters, because They normally used to buy Metabones Speedbooster, and some people actually call these Speedboosters Metabones because that's how long and that's how popular Metabone is when it comes to Speedboosters. So guys, that is that. These are your Canon Trinity. These are your adapters. So I was just explaining how they work, and you can see which one do you buy. Do you need two? Do you need all of them? Luckily I have all of them, even though I didn't have to buy all of them. Some came for free as a package. So that is that. Just remember that when you buy the drop-in filter one, make sure that you also get it's actually in the lens, you get a clear filter, so that when you are shooting indoors without light, you actually have something that's going to cover the hole where the filter goes in. So guys, this is and this is your boy Kagiso M, and this was another Canon video. If you like this video, please do that. That's the right thing. And also click the bell so that you get notification about these videos. And I will really appreciate it if we can get to 1,000 subscribers, so your subscription will help. Thank you very much guys. I am out of here.